Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamieka's Den. I am Tamieka. Y'all, this is just a little talk, okay? Um, I want to talk about just a little bit of how much trauma and how much I'm personally triggered. Maybe some of you are triggered by all these shootings and by all the things that we have going on. After the Buffalo shooting last week, you guys, I made a video. I was going to post it, but I deleted it. I said, you know what? I was really upset. I was really triggered. I was really emotional. I was really angry, as I feel like we all should be. But I didn't want to have a video where I'm up here yelling and screaming and crying. To be honest with you guys, with this YouTube channel so far, I'm still fairly new at it. I mostly try to focus on movies, TV shows, tell y'all about what you should be watching. And I try to bring self-care awareness. That's so important to me. Mental health awareness, stopping the stigma, breaking the silence, breaking the stigma, stopping the myths, and positive affirmations, right? That's my goal. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to stick to that. I don't normally talk politics or whatever. And I don't do too much with the celebrity gossip stuff. If I want to talk a little politics or I want to talk a little celebrity gossip, I normally do that with my close friends and family. But for me, honestly, this shooting stuff shouldn't at least have anything to do with politics. I don't give a daggone what side you on, what you believe in, and all that other stuff. When it's all said and done, all of us should want our kids to be safe. All of us should want our families to be safe. We should want the elderly to be safe. That should not even be a question mark. That should not be up for debate. I'm trying to be very careful with my words and just take my time here. Y'all bear with me. But, when the Buffalo shooting happened, I'll start there. That was personally a trigger for me because I had a family member that was killed in the Emmanuel Church, right? This is a church my family has went to. My grandmother was an usher there. She was Christian there. She got married there, and her funeral was there. So I took that very personally. And I can remember them bringing out homeboy. I'm not saying their names because I feel like that's what they do this for, so they could get glorified and feel like, they some type of heroes, and they not. When they brung him out and had the nerve to stop him at Burger King, And so now to have the Buffalo happen, and I'm just like, a lot of these people were up in age, right? And I have their names and some of their ages, and I just want to kind of shout them out, all right? I don't want to shout him out. And so we had Pearlie Young, 77, a mother, a grandmother that spent her life feeding those in need, okay? She had a pantry, and she dedicated to feeding other people. Ruth Whitfield, 86, stopped to see her husband in a nursing home and then stopped in there to get her something to eat. Roberta Dury, 32, went to help her brother recover from a daggone bone marrow transplant and was just stopping to get something to eat. Haywood Patton was a deacon at his church that often gave rides to his parishioners, to church, and from the church, whatever, to go shopping and then help them in with their groceries. Aaron Salter Jr., 55, was the security guard that basically gave his life. More than likely probably helped some people to be able to get away when he was trying to go after this shooter. But unfortunately, I guess because he had on a bulletproof, proof vest, was not able to get him down, and he lost his life in the process. Andre McNeil, 53 years old. Geraldine Talley, 62 years old. Catherine Macy, 72 years old. And Marcus D. Morrison, 52 years old. Say their names and prayers to their family. And this hit me hard, like I said, you guys. I think about this lady, Celestine Cheney, 65. My aunt name is Celestine, and she's a little older than her. And I'm like, damn, that could have been my aunt, The man, Hayward Patton, that was the deacon, that's giving them rides to the supermarket and helping them with their groceries. That's stuff that my father does all the time. He goes and cleans his church. He gives the parishioners rides. He picks them up. He takes them to church. He takes them home. He helps people. He drops off food. This other lady that spent her life feeding people, that was Miss Pearl Young. And this lady Celestine, also a daggone cancer survivor. And so you beat cancer, you live all these years, you see civil rights and all different kind of stuff. Who knows the stories they could tell? I wish my grandmother was here. The stories that our elderly people can tell and that our ancestors have went through, to go through all of that, and then you just trying to go in the supermarket and shop and have somebody that literally looked up and had a manifesto and wanted to get the blackest neighborhood so he could kill the most black people. But y'all want to tell me racism is gone and ain't no more racism. It's just fixed. It's just over. Y'all bugging out. Y'all just making this stuff up. And so we have that issue. And then we have the other issue that nobody wants to pay attention to for some reason, where we still having it an easy access for people to be able to get their hands on guns that should not have them, yo. I'm all for gun rights. Nobody is trying to be like, take all of y'all guns away and, we don't want y'all to have y'all rights. My family is full of gun owners. My family is also full, especially on my father's side, deep in military. For years and years and years and years, my family has served, and fought for this daggone country. And some of them are cops, whatever have you. My grandmother, God bless her soul, used to sleep with the shotgun by her bed. But I could tell you one thing, they also got the paperwork and got it the right way to have the guns, And they're being responsible gun owners. And you're going to sit here and tell me you can't do nothing to amend and change these laws so that our kids can be safe, our elderly could be safe, we could be safe, our family could be safe. But why? Why you can't do it? You can change laws and amend them for women, right? To tell women what to do with their bodies. So I'm confused. Houseway, what is the problem? I'm confused. And what would it take in order to make this change? Just from 2009, you guys, I wanted to share this. From 2009 till now, right? We have 1,363 people killed, 947 wounded, 240 mass shootings, 20 shootings each year, and 326 of these are children and teens. 2,032 shootings since 1970, 948 since Sandy Hook in schools. That's just schools. Okay? And like I said, after the freaking Buffalo shooting, which was May 14th, May 15th, we had multiple people shot in a church in Laguna, California. May 15th, we also had 6 people who were shot in Winston-Salem. May 17th, we turned around and had 3 women that were shot at a hair salon in Dallas that was being investigated as a hate crime. So within 3 days, we had 4 different shootings, and 10 days after this, we are now getting the shooting in Texas at this school. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with it? This is normal. And mind you, the thing that made me really want to get up here last week and do the video that you guys never saw was the fact that somebody was saying how, well, we're desensitized to COVID. We're desensitized to shootings. It's happened so much that nobody even cares. It's just another number. Nobody cares how many people die. They're used to it. I'm sorry. And maybe some people are desensitized, and I'm not going to judge you if you are, because we all take things in different ways, and maybe you just basically trying to avoid it. Okay, that's your coping mechanism, and that's fine. I can only speak for me. Guess what? I'm not desensitized, not even a little bit. I'm just tired of it. I'm aggravated. I'm over it. I'm furious. I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm sad, and I'm definitely triggered. But I'm not desensitized, nowhere near. First of all, with COVID alone, okay, I've lost count. But I could tell you that I started out with 10 deaths in 1 week when it first happened, when it first got announced, because we know it was already around before that. Literally Monday through Friday, every time the phone rung, somebody was dead in my family. And I've lost countless others within these last 2 years. And so my friends lose countless of all their family and friends. So no, I'm not desensitized and I'm not tired. And with these shootings, I'm not desensitized or just like, oh, it's another death, no biggie. No. The same way you remember where you was when 9/11 happened, I remember where I was when Sandy Hook happened. I remember calling up my brother because my little niece and nephew was small at the time. They were going to school and they lived in Connecticut, and I wasn't too sure if they were okay and if they went there. I remember how I felt. Just like even when I'm watching We Own the City and they showing the different clips of them on the news. I remember the Freddie Gray thing like yesterday. I can remember where I was, where I saw that certain things you just don't forget. They stick out to you. You know, I remember Eric Garner and watching that. It got to the point where, if anything, I just didn't want to see those videos coming up on my timeline because it got to be too much. I would rather people put a trigger warning and not just share them and, have them out there, because it definitely was upsetting and hard to see. Okay. And I personally have been in 3 shootings myself in my own personal experience in my life. And one of the first shootings I ever experienced, I was about 14, 15 years old. And I was at the store for my mother, but of course I was kind of bull crapping around with my friend, and I was on the payphone at the time. And literally, they shot this man. He fell right in front of me, okay? Brains everywhere. And I hear them yelling, "We got the wrong one, we got the wrong one." And I'm just looking because that could have been me. It literally just missed me. He was right in front of me and fell right at my feet. And on top of that, I'm hearing y'all say y'all got the wrong one. So he wasn't even the person that y'all was trying to get either. There was nothing but the grace of God that I did not get hit. And that's something I carry with me all the time. That was traumatizing within itself. So, no, I'm not desensitized at all. And I'm never going to be desensitized. It's never going to be something that I could be tired of or I could be used of. We're hearing that little babies is killed and that these parents got to look in their daggone beds tonight and not see their kids there. A teacher died trying to cover and protect these kids. And this 18-year-old boy, or however he was, however old he was, I know that they say he got these 2 rifles for his birthday when he turned 18. And he shot his grandmother before he left the house too. How about that? And the only reason why I knew he wasn't white is because they said he was dead. I hate to say it, but it seemed like whenever it's somebody, that's not black or brown, they get walked out. They get stopped to get something to eat. I ain't never heard about a black person being stopped anywhere for anything to eat in my life. Okay? But neither here nor there. I digress. I just really wanted to say we got to do something. And I'm not a political person. I'm not a specialist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an activist. I'm not like, just somebody that could say that I am knowing all, right? But I do know that we all have a voice and that we all voted, and who we need to freaking hold these damn politicians accountable, okay? And hold the fire up underneath they daggone behind, not just vote and walk away. And I know that we need to use our voices and speak up. It's funny to me that y'all politicians, Congress or whatever, could go in the middle of the night and vote on women's bodies. Y'all could have a meeting last week about damn UFOs. Okay. But you can't have no conversations when it comes to guns. Marco Rubio and this one and that one. Paul Ryan, whoever else is up on Twitter talking about my thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers is fine, honey. Okay. I believe in God. I love God. I say my prayers too. But we need to do more than just be praying, okay? Faith without works is dead. How about that? So anyway, y'all, at this point, we have had shootings at elementary schools, at junior high schools, at colleges, at supermarkets, at grocery stores, at pharmacies, at movie theaters, at concert halls, at subway stations, at trailer parks, at office buildings, apartment complex, massage parlor, hair salon, clinics, hospitals, nursing homes, malls, bowling alley, birthday party, block party, Navy base, synagogue, mosque, church, yoga studio, bar, nightclubs, libraries. Where else you need it? I'm sure y'all can name some other ones. That's the ones that I'm gonna name. Where else you need it, y'all? Where else you need it to go? What's gonna make you say that something, okay, gots to change? I don't know. But I hope it do, and I hope it do soon. And I hope that if this stuff is too much for you, that you take some time out for yourself. You don't look on social media. You don't look on the news. You do whatever you need to do to give yourself that peace of mind and protect yourself and protect your peace in the best way that you can, because it can be a lot. It can be overwhelming. We are dealing with so much every single day. Okay, how we making it through these days? Only God knows, right? The grace of God, because I could understand it being too much. Like I said, we got COVID. Then I heard recently it's like 621 children that got hepatitis. Then we got a case of daggone monkeypox. It's like every time you turn around, is something else added to the list. So trying to stay sane is a lot harder now, y'all. And that is why I do my self-care Saturdays and mental health awareness and, positive affirmations. That's why that's so much more important. And May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And so if you feel like you need to talk to somebody, talk to them. There ain't no shame in it, and you are not alone. It is okay, because we are dealing with a lot of things where you need to talk to somebody, okay, just to keep yourself from completely losing your mind. And I will have a self-care Saturday coming out this weekend, so go ahead and check that out. And I really did debate like doing this video at all. I debated added it in with my self-care Saturday. Like I said, it just was on my heart and my mind, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try this again. I feel like I have to speak up about this. I feel like I have to say something. This is not okay, y'all. This ain't okay by a freaking long shot. And I lift up all these families in my prayers. I really sincerely do. But we need to do something else as well as the praying too. And so but I just wanted to use my voice and use my channel just to say my piece. And like I said, hopefully all of you are okay. If you're not okay today, hopefully tomorrow is a better day. And we are the change, y'all. We are the change that we want it to be. So we can't just let this continue like this. All right. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. Till next time, Tulu. Thank y'all for listening to me rant. Take care.